Hello, hello, hello. Welcome or welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me here on A Journey in Light. My name is Joy. Today's Pick a Card Love Tarot reading. We are going over what is happening with them, what is happening with your person, what's going on with them. That's what we're looking into. I am reading this from a minimal or no contact perspective, but you can really watch this about anyone to get some insights of what's going on. Maybe they aren't as open with information or you're curious about some stuff. That's what we're going to look into, but just so you know, the perspective that I'm reading from is a little to no contact situation. But all are welcome. All right, I have 3 piles for you guys today to choose from. As always with the piles, you need to tap into your intuition, trust where it's guiding you. Even if you typically pick a certain pile, I feel the need or guided to say maybe this time you need your message is in a different pile. That's for somebody, so I'll say that first. All right, pile 1, we have the Mystic Mondays tarot. We have a 9 of Pentacles, and I have this paired with this beautiful selenite. It's the back of the card. This is pile 1. Sometimes you guys can use the timestamps to help decide as well. Sometimes the numbers will help. Pile 2, we have the Ascension tarot with the Moon card. This paired with this lovely little key here. Moon card, pile 2, the Ascension tarot. Pile 3, we have the Orion's Animal Tarot with the Empress card here. And I have this paired with this lovely rainbow fluorite. Back of the deck. So this is pile 3. Again, go with whichever pile you're drawn to the most. If you find yourself really stuck or very torn between 2 piles, that's totally fine. You can watch more than one. You might just have messages in another pile or something you need to hear. You can watch different piles for different people. That's totally fine as well. Just overall, trust your intuition, trust your gut. And remember, these are general readings. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If something makes you feel confused or doesn't quite fit, just let that part go and respect that that part of the reading was probably for somebody else. Totally fine. If it's something that you're like, I'm curious about, I think that's probably true. There's a confirmation for your intuition. You can also set any intentions here within this reading for your higher self, your guides, the universe, however you want to view that, to help you know when something is definitely right for you. So again, we have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. The timestamps will be in the description box below or the pinned comment. But if you need more time to decide, feel free to pause the screen. I typically leave this up for a little bit. I also want to say I am available for personal readings. You can find my booking information in the description box. And if you're interested in other readings besides the love readings, my other channel is Little Light Tarot. And I am still building that channel, but more spirit guide messages, week ahead messages, what can you expect, those kinds of things. Our week ahead readings, what you can expect for your week ahead. Super fun readings, but pretty much most things non-love related over there. And I would love to have you be a part of that family. So again, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. I'll leave these up for a moment. If you need more time, feel free to pause the screen. Bye guys. Hello, my friends. For pile 1, we are going over what is going on with your person, what's happening with them. I am reading this from a minimal to no contact perspective. However, you can watch this about anyone to get some insights. Totally fine. You picked the Mystic Mondays Tarot, the 9 of Pentacles, along with the selenite. I am going to start real quick with the energy check-in. If that's not your thing and you know you're in the right spot, feel free to scroll through till you see me start pulling from the tarot. For the rest of you that do enjoy the energy check-ins, let's start there. So pile 1, energy check-in. And the point of the energy check-in is for some, if not all of this, or something within this to ring true for you in your situation. You can also ask your guides, angels, the universe, higher self, however you want to view that. for sign and synchronicities within the reading. Pile 1 energy check-in. Pile 1 energy check-in. Pile 1 energy check-in. All right, let's see what we have. We have pets. Getting a new pet, giving a current pet more love. So there could just be pet connection, animal connection. Maybe you guys share a pet, have a similar pet, something along the lines there. Maybe you like to pet each other. We have spiritual lesson. This person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. So you could feel like that's very valid for this connection. Could be something you have talked about with each other. All right, we have manifestation. Focus on what you truly desire and the universe will respond. So there could be some recent manifestations using law of assumption, law of attraction, things like that, trying to manifest a desire here within this connection. You could feel like you have manifested this person as well. We have fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries here highlighted. We have the moon. So Pisces and Cancer vibes. There also could just be a very intense emotional connection with this person. There also could be a sense of this connection going in phases. All right, we have the number 32 and the number 8 on this card. Could be relevant as well. And then we have cactus flower, survival and resilience. So there could be a connection to cactus, could be a connection to the desert, but also about survival and resilience. Also, someone could have a bit of a prickly exterior to try to keep themselves safe. So it was giving very much like defense mechanisms at times. So that could be relative for this connection as well. With that said, if any of that rings true for you, let's jump into the tarot to see what we get with what's going on with this person. So you had the selenite, put that here, put it right by our selenite tower. Selenites unite. Okay. And this was the 9 of Pentacles, which is a very independent energy. It's very abundant energy. I loved the peacock. That's kind of why I picked this for an opening card. I sometimes just scroll through and whatever pops out at me is what I choose. But we are going to put that back in. So let's see what is going on with pile 1's person, please. What insights can you give us to what's going on with this person? What does pile 1 need to know about what's going on with this person? Okay. What is going on with pile 1's person? So we have an Ace of Cups. This is a new emotional beginning. This is the feelings of love. This is my I love you card. Being the first card out, there could be some sort of new beginning around emotional connection for this person, or even moving back together. If you are in a separation with you, if you're watching, again, I said this was a no contact situation or minimal contact, but this is growing feelings of love, growing feelings of emotions, or a brand new phase of that. We did have that phase kind of message. So we'll get a better picture of this when we pull out the rest of the cards, but we start off with an Ace of Cups. All right, what is going on with this person? We have the King of Swords here, with some logical clarity, lots of thinking. And then we have the King of Wands. So head and passions here. This also could be someone stepping into their confidence, really trying to figure out what it is that they want in life, maybe what they want in love, what they want to call in, what they want to bring in. Feeling very confident in their choices. But again, we'll clarify these to get a better picture. We have an Ace of Pentacles, so 2 new beginnings going on with this person. There's a new beginning in love and a new tangible beginning. All right, let's clarify these. What is this Ace of Cups about? This new beginning in love. We have a 5 of Swords. Interesting. So the 5 of Swords is about a fight that no one wins. It can be a fight within our own head. Can be going around and around in thoughts. Let me get the rest of these cards out and soak it in. All right, we have the High Priestess here. Sometimes she's here when we're not supposed to know. However, she's also about our intuition. She's our internal knowing. With this person clarifying our King of Swords, I do feel like this person is really kind of being self-reflective, really looking further into something, trying to gain clarity around how they feel, what their intuition is telling them. I feel like someone watching this considers themselves like the high priestess or relates to that message, and this person knows this. So there's something about trying to get clarity on what's going on there. That's a very specific message, but it is for somebody. So there you go. And then we have the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles, he's kind of like the sugar daddy of the tarot. That's what me and my friend always say. But this is very much energy of, you know, wanting to get solid. Someone could be really focusing in on a passion project that's bringing them money, that's bringing them abundance. It feels like, honestly, so far, this person is getting their ducks in a row. They feel really confident in their life. They are getting things together. There's two, you know, new kind of vibes here. Again, this Five of Swords is the only kind of interesting energy, but I might dive down into that a little bit more in a second. So what's this Ace of Pentacles? The Hermit. Virgo energy here. The overall energy, wow, the Tower. Okay. That's very contrasting from all of this. So what is going on with your person? Two sides of this story. And I hate doing that. And especially in a no contact reading. But I'm just going to have to assume that some of you guys have some context on this person. Either your person is very much been this, has everything, has their ducks in a row, has all this stuff, and the crap just hit the fan. Things are falling apart, those kinds of things. Because that is the overall energy. However, I think the majority of the cases is your person recently lost everything. Things fell apart. And so they've been in this rebuild mode. That could be where these two Ace of Pentacles are coming from, coming in this healing mode, being self-aware, self-reflective. You know, we have the High Priestess and the Hermit here. The Hermit is going within, being self-aware. It is, you know, typically closed off energy, but it is healing energy. Again, it's being self-reflective, self-aware of a situation. So I really feel like this person has taken a bad situation and really tried to build themselves up. This is also a very specific message for somebody. If your person, like if you guys fell apart because maybe they weren't living up to their potential, maybe they had some issues they weren't dealing with, maybe they were disregarding, and you're like, I'm not doing this anymore with you unless you shape up. Peace out. I'm gone. I feel like if that a very specific scenario, this would be that. It would be like, because they lost everything, they then got their stuff together. I'm trying not to cuss. But I want to kind of look a little more into this. So yeah, I really feel like a majority of them have been through the ringer or have lost everything. Either they're keeping a really good head about it, or they're using this Tower moment, using this disconnection, using this falling apart to build anew, to start again, to really step into the person that they want to be. Like, it's like when the Tower pops up and say you were stuck in a job that you hated, but you were afraid to leave, and then you got fired, then you're forced to go on this journey to, like, even as scary as it is, you know, that happens a lot with the Tower moments. We usually don't see that until hindsight, and then we end up on the path we're meant to be on. That could be, you know, very much this person's travels. What is this Five of Swords? Can we get some more? Because this person could just be stuck in their head about what's possible for them for love. It's really interesting combination. But can I get a little more insight? This clarifier. Eight of Wands. Communication, rapid change. Clear as mud. And the Star. Okie dokie. I feel like someone does art. I feel like it's confirmation for somebody. Okay. I feel like this person is more comfortable with tangible things, things they can feel, things they can be logical about. So with this new beginning, in love, this new fresh start, or this want of this fresh start. This person does have challenges. They do like get stuck in their head a lot about it. But I do feel like this person knows that they want to change. They want to rapidly change. They also, there could be some of them that want to reach out and express feelings there, you know, and are trying to remain hopeful. But I feel like this is like, as good as things are going with this person, as together as they seem, I feel like that's the crack in their armor, is this kind of like, when it comes to a new beginning in love, when it comes to what they can start or have possible for them in love, there is a little bit of a internal struggle going on, and how to communicate that, how to be hopeful, and how to have a fresh start, but yet they're trying to remain optimistic here. Is there anything else that I'm getting? No. I want to look at some recent realizations from this person. So, okay, let's see. What are some recent realizations this person's had? No ordinary love. They can be realizing how special your connection is, that this wasn't ordinary. They could be wanting a new start with you. Again, take that for how that fits. We have struggling to overcome self-imposed limiting beliefs. That's what this is giving right here. Like, I am struggling to overcome self-imposed limiting beliefs about what's possible, or even if a fresh start is possible. But I think that they're very hopeful with this. Again, reading from a no contact situation, and we're looking in this connection with you and them. You know, this person could want to begin again, but they're not quite sure. So they're really kind of, you know, trying to overcome those limitations of their own mind. But I really feel like they're just trying to, get their stuff together. It's just so complicated. So as together as they appear below the surface, you know, it is a little bit of a mind F. If you like are keeping an eye on them and you're like, oh wow, they went and bought a new house, they got a new job, they did all this stuff, they're doing great without me. Below the surface, I don't think that's the case. You know, I think that they're, you know, there's a reason why they want to appear a certain way. They are trying to put on a good show, and it's coming from a real place. So it's not like, you know, I'm trying to fake you or wear a mask or, you know, say I have more than what I have. It's intentional, but it's like, I am trying to, it's like, I want you to see this. There's a vibe of, I want you to see it. I want you to know what I'm doing. I want you to know I'm doing good, but it's not because it's, haha, I'm doing great without you. It's see, look at all the stuff I'm doing. I'm doing all the things. I'm doing all the things I said. Maybe they had a tendency to be more talk than action, and that's where this is shifting with this person. All right, any other? But we're looking at realization. So they're realizing that there's no ordinary love, that this is complicated, that it's not just a simple, like peace out, you know, if that's your situation. Okay. And they've also realized that they have to earn their trust back starting at the bottom. So if they did something untrustworthy, that made you lose your faith in them, they recognize that it's an earned game. Like, they have to take those steps. And again, this looks like someone really actually working on themselves, you know, really tapping into themselves, tapping into their intuition, even if they don't view it quite the same way. Their internal, like, it's like this person, I feel like they feel more comfortable instead of saying my intuition. And it's like my internal guidance system, my internal compass, is kind of more how this energy feels, where this person's comfortable and what they talk about or how they view things, you know? So, but this person is really working on themselves, working on healing. Some of them may have started going to therapy as well with this new beginning of something. And we have the Hermit here. So they could be really looking into, again, taking the steps taking the steps towards their own healing journey, working on themselves. But this person, yeah, again, it feels like they're really trying to turn their life around after a recent big upset. Okay. Let's look into their feelings towards you. So, pile one, what are their feelings towards the viewer at this time? What are their feelings towards the viewer? We have a Two of Swords. So there could be a bit of indecision here, trying to figure this out. They could feel a little stuck in their feelings. Again, this could be where it's kind of complicated. But this is also about knowing that they need to make a choice. But also, like, some of it, Two of Swords with this question can be a little bit of denial, but let's pull some more cards. So what are their feelings towards the viewer? We have a Knight of Cups. Okay, that's very romantic energy. That's someone coming forward. That's someone expressing. This Knight of Cups looks like he's a bit old. So something about this makes me feel like feelings have gone on for a long time. But that is our Ace of Cups, which is what started off our reading. So they have something to offer, or they feel like they want to offer something to you. We have a Five of Cups. So this person is feeling really regretful. They're a bit focused on all the things that didn't go right, all the spilled energy here, but they are feeling regretful in their feelings towards you. But they're a bit focused on what went wrong, or what maybe they caused to go wrong from the past, which can be a good thing, you know, especially if they're working on themselves, being reflective, those kinds of things. But they definitely, overall, that's a feeling of regret. All right, how else are they feeling? Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords now, especially this one, she can have a tendency to cut things off, but this is also ultimately about gaining clarity. So I feel like this person is trying to gain clarity. I also think that they are trying to get information about you. It's also in their feelings that they feel a little bit cutthroat. So at times, especially if you guys are not speaking and they don't, like, this could be where this, you know, internal struggle in their head is. If they don't have hope, or if they're worried that things will never change, there is a sense of, when I get kind of in this like regretful, but like very reminiscent kind of energy, they kind of cut it off at the same time. Like, oh, nope, can't do that, can't go there, can't dwell. But then we have our Page of Pentacles. So for me in my readings, that is when someone, it's an apology energy. It's my guide's way of telling me that this person wants to apologize to you. This could be also where this like internal self-imposed kind of belief, but wanting to apologize for whatever happened here. So that's kind of where they are in their feelings. There is emotional, you know, romantic-y feelings. There is a choice that needs to be made. But then also at times I feel like they try to, if they don't feel like there's hope in the connection or hope to rekindle this, they like, nope, I'm not going there. Nope, not going there. But ultimately they feel like they owe you some sort of an apology here. All right. Oh, I'm going to look at their intentions. What is pile one's intentions? What are their intentions? We have a Four of Pentacles. So that is energy of not letting go, of holding on. It's greedy, but it's trying to hold on at all cost. So I think they intend to hold on to this connection. We have an Ace of Pentacles. They do have an intention of a new beginning or a next phase, depending on where you guys are. We have a King of Pentacles coming in a very solid, loyal way, abundant way as well. They also could want to give you a gift. They want to treat you to something as well. But ultimately, this is very stable, solid energy. So I think they intend to not let go. They intend to have some sort of actual, tangible, real start and be very loyal and tried and true and honest here. So those are their intentions. So I'm going to move on to our song cards and our message cards, and then we'll do some advice and confirmations. So with the song cards, if you know the song, cool. If you don't and you feel compelled, there'll be a message for you in the lyrics. You can look them up, or you can listen to the songs, totally up to you. Pick one, pick all, whatever you want to do. All right, we have Waves by Luke Bryan. We have Things We Lost in the Fire, Bastille. I love that song. Okay, we have To the Moon, Fora. Pile One Songs, Pile One Songs. When You Say Nothing at All by Alison Krauss. Let Go by Frau Frau. Or Imogen Heap is the singer of that, but I think it was when she was with Frau Frau. And then we have My Favorite Game by the Cardigans. So those are your songs. If you want to take a screenshot of that, guys, and then pick a song to look up the lyrics for, whatever one you're drawn to, very much how you were drawn to this pile. All right, and let's get some message cards. So because we are doing a no contact reading, I'm going to use some more no contact specific cards. So let's see. Pile one's person, what do they want to say? This is so hard for me. I'm struggling. Again, there's how they want to come across, but then there's under the surface. I don't know why I let you go. I don't want to lose your love. I'm afraid I might lose you. Yes, I want to be with you, but I'm not ready to settle down. Okay. I've been thinking about how I can fix things between us. I can't stop thinking about you. You are always in my dreams. Goodness, I hate when these cards fall on the floor. All right, maybe we're better off separated. That maybe was when that person kind of cuts off their feelings. Okay. Let's see, what else does pile one want to say here? I hope you will find forgiveness in your heart for me. Is that, or that Page of Pentacles, wherever that was. I was misguided. I was blinded and I could not see straight. Give me more time. I'm working on being a better counterpart for you. Sorry I did not see your value and worth when we were together. I'm scared you will not accept me now. And the distance between us is killing me. And we have Deliver Me from Temptation. All right, guys, so those are your message cards. Let's pull a card or two for advice for you as the viewer, and then we'll get into confirmations, or extra confirmations. So what is some advice for pile one at this time? It says, feel the love in your heart. Tune into your heart and feel the love. Fill each cell of your body with that love and share it with others too. So trying to stay in that vibration of love. Sometimes hard, but depending on where you are in your journey. But that's what you're being guided to do. And it says, what are you holding on to? Let go of everything that's blocking your growth. The ego wants the old, but your expansion will only happen if you let go. And that's interesting. We have Let Go by Frau Frau. If you haven't heard the song's fabulous. Gosh, I love it. And there's a line, there's beauty in the breakdown. Oh, stunning. Okay. Basically, it's about letting go. What are you waiting for? Kind of vibe. So beautiful. Okay. And then it says, why are you suffering? You don't have to suffer anymore. You are not a victim. You are a being of love and light. Stop the suffering. Tune into love. Maybe this is where they want you to shift into that love vibration. Even if you feel like it's hard, start with gratitude and think about simple things you're grateful for, even if it's just the lungs or the air in your lungs, you know, you're just simple things. But yeah, they don't want you to suffer, or, you know, ask yourself if you're causing this to be worse. Are you staying stuck in something? Even like overthinking can cause suffering. So if it's bringing you suffering, it's not serving you. If it's not propelling you forward, I mean, anger and stuff all has a purpose, I think, and we can use that to our advantage sometimes. But if you're feeling stuck and being brought down and you're suffering, again, low vibrational, the puddle. Again, I think there's always a purpose in the puddle, but one of my favorite Wayne Dyer quotes is, grief is a place we visit, not a place we unpack our bags. So try to shift into a higher vibration, even if it's just one level up from where you are. Look up what, you know, the emotional vibrational chart, and then figure out if you're at a lower end, can you get yourself up to the next word, the next one? I hope that makes sense. I used to have the chart. I don't know where it is since I moved. But it's always a good tip if you can bring yourself up, your vibration, and like attracts like. So just keep that in mind. All right, don't want to go down super weird. I talk about that kind of stuff on my other channel. But anyways, let's move into confirmations. And I recognize those suggestions, guidance aren't always the easiest thing, so I don't say those lightly either. When we're down, we're down. Sometimes we're meant to be in the puddle for a minute. That's okay. Just don't stay there. That's the point. All right, so for confirmations, this is supposed to be a fun part. If you're new here, we're going to look up some zodiac signs, some attributes, some letters, maybe channel some names. Okay, so let's see. Pile 1. For those that need extra confirmation that this is their person, we're looking for confirmations about your person or possibly you, or something significant to the connection. So we have Cancer. We have the 9th house, which is Sagittarius, but also is about higher learning, expansion, or travel could be relevant. Then we have Pluto, so associated with Scorpio, death and rebirth, regeneration, cycles, cyclical kind of energy here with Pluto, also cold. Let's get some attributes. We will pull more signs in a second. Let's see, what are some attributes? Tall, so there could be a height difference. Someone could be a very tall stature. With dark eyes, dark hair, and well-rounded. All right, let's get some more. For those that need extra confirmation that this is indeed their person. Ooh, okay, I got like the world of zodiacs here. All right, we have a coffee cup. So coffee could be important. There could be something pivotal about a coffee date, something like that. We have this guitar, so someone could be a musician or musically inclined. There could be a strong musical connection. We have Aquarius, Sagittarius, and Taurus showing up. All right, let's get more attributes and then we'll do letters. All right, we have Pisces showing up. We have slow, so this could be slow moving. Someone could be slow moving. We have animal lover again, which we started off with our energy check-in. We have work, so there could be a work connection. And then we have long distance. Some of you may be at a distance from this person physically. Okay, so let's see. Also, you could just be from 2 different places, like 2 different countries, something like that originally. All right, let's get some letters, extra confirmation for those in pile 1, please. Okay, lots of fuzzies. Okay, UT, University of something. Okay, HRRG, we have GR, and an E. Hearing Greg, Greta, Gita, Rhett, sorry, a personal thing popped up in my head. There was a C, I would say Curette, but that's, my daughter has a rare neurological disorder called Rett syndrome. Not Tourette's, but Rett. Anyways, this isn't about me. Okay, hearing Tyler. No, there's only the T here. We have True. Rue, Hugh, I'm sure you guys are seeing other names and screaming them at me, and that's fine. Greer. If a name pops up or you see it clearly and I don't, just take it. We have Trey. You can say Tree. Terry. Teresa. Tara. Keep hearing like Ralph or Ralphio or Ref. I'm not sure. Tiger, Tigger. Now there should be like a tiger tattoo, like on an arm, possibly. An appendage of some sort. Hug. Tug. Rum Tum Tugger. Get some cats action in here. All right, that's pretty much what I'm getting. I'm sure there's more. Again, if you see it, please take it. It's meant for you to see. But there are your confirmations, pile one. Friendly reminder, if you are interested in a personal reading versus just a general reading, you can find my booking information in the description box below. I'm always willing to assist in a more personalized way. But if not, I have 5 years of readings on my channel. Feel free to find answers there as well. Hopefully you'll find the specifics and your higher self will lead you to the readings that you're meant to hear. So as always, thank you guys again for spending your time with me, and I look forward to seeing you in a future reading. Bye guys. Hello, my friends, for pile 2. We are going over what is happening with your person, what's going on with them. I am reading this from a minimal to no contact situation, but feel free to watch about anyone. This could just be insights if you're not completely sure what's going on their end, looking for insights or whatnot, confirmations. Feel free to stick around and see what is going on with your person. So I'm going to start with a quick energy check-in. If that's not your thing, feel free to scroll through until you see me start pulling the tarot. For those that do enjoy the energy check-in, let's start there. So energy check-in pile 2. 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 So the point of the energy check-in is to help you know if you're in the right spot. So something, if not all of this, should ring true for you. You can also ask your guides, your higher self, angels, the universe, however you want to view that, for signs and synchronicities within the reading as well. So ooh, okay. Energy check-in, we have confessions. Someone has something to tell you. So there could have been a recent sharing of something, someone confessing something to the other person. Someone, finding out, this feels like finding out a secret or something like that. We have forgiveness. Forgiveness or forgiving yourself or another may help you move forward. So there could be a need for forgiveness. There could have been a recent asking for forgiveness, something along those lines. We have trust. Trust the process and your journey. So there could be, something you feel like you're trusting, or you're putting trust that this will work out. Trust could be good in the connection or bad, but it could be just highlighted in some way, shape, or form. Now we have emotions, in and out, clashing like waves. So there could be high emotional kind of vibe going on with this energy. What a pretty card. These cards are so pretty. I just got them. Anyways, so emotions could be running high. There could be, again, in and out. So that could be a little bit of a hot and cold vibe going on in this connection as well. All right, we have the tree. So something could be growing, blossoming. Also something could be maturing. There could be an age difference in this connection as well. But there's something that's taking root. I'm also hearing family tree. So I don't know if there's like an ancestral connection with your person. Hopefully not close family related or anything like that. But it's like people like finding out they're like have the same famous, what they're showing me is like same famous like ancestor or something, or this person through someone in your family or someone through your family tree. There could be something along those lines. And we have datura or datura, insight and change. So there could have been a recent change going on, recent insights, that confession of some sort could have given you some new insight or a new insight to this connection that kind of has forced a change or is shifting things in a changing way. All right. So if any of that rings true for you, let's jump into the tarot and see what's going on with your person. So you picked this lovely little key. We'll put this over here. I don't remember where I got that one. I have a bunch of them, but I found this in my collection. I was like, I don't remember this one, but who knows? Okay, anyway, so we have our key. You guys, this was the moon, which is associated with Pisces in the tarot, but I also like to give a nod to Cancer, so maybe some of you could be, that could resonate as well. I'm going to put it back in, and we'll see if it comes out. So let's see. Pile 2's person, what is going on with them? This is the Ascension Tarot. This is an independent deck I got off Etsy. People always ask about this one when I use it. You can get different colors around the outside. I can't remember. I got this a long time ago. Anywho, what is going on with your person? Minimal to no contact, perspective. But again, anyone is welcome to watch. All right, we have an Ace of Wands and Temperance. We have the Page of Swords. We have the Strength card. So with Temperance, we have Sagittarius energy showing up. Strength card, we have Leo energy showing up. What's going on with this person? Three of Swords. Someone is in a very bad heartache, painful situation. With the Ten of Cups. We have the Three of Pentacles, Three of Crystals. Well, there's our moon. Seven of Wands. Okay. Overall energy is the Five of Swords. So your person is kind of very much stuck in their head. The Five of Swords is about a fight that no one wins. So some of you may have had an actual fight with you could be in a fight, something like that. A fight could have led to the disconnect. So this can be a fight with someone else. Again, no one really wins. It's trying to win at all costs, but no one really wins. But this also can be us being stuck in our head, repeating things over and over and over. You know, like, I could have done this, I should have done this, those kinds of things. So that's the energy your person's in. Either they're, again, you guys could be fighting, take that if it fits, or they just are having an internal mental drama within their own mind. So we have this Ace of Pentacles and this Temperance. So I feel like, and clarified by the Ten of Cups, I feel like this person, give me a moment, sorry, or thank you for your patience. I like hear words through my head, but I can't quite make them out. So I was pausing for a minute. It's like almost someone muttering something to themselves or mumbling to themselves. So that may be pertinent to someone's situation. Like maybe someone mumbles a lot or says stuff under their breath or blah, 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 and you're like, what? You know, like there's just, or someone like thinks out loud. I don't want to say talking to themselves, you know. It sounds less crazy when you say I'm thinking out loud, right? But there's this vibe of like trying to like talk something out, but almost talking to yourself about it, but speaking out loud. So I don't know if this is a habit of someone's person and why this is coming out, because I can't quite make out what they're saying. Anywho, moving back onto this, Temperance is about blending things together. It can be about alchemy. It can be about turning something like lead to gold. With this Ace of Pentacles and this Ten of Cups, I feel like this person wants to reignite something. They want to reignite. They want to blend together. There could be a blended family vibe going on for some of you guys. I want this to work out. I want to be able to blend this together. I want things to be different. I feel like this person has another phrase I heard when I pulled this, and there's like, I'll let you guys look at this card a little more intently. We have a telescope. We have this book with lots of different openings, pages. We have a bicycle and swords. So the Page is a lot about, the Page of Swords is a lot about being a student of life. We have the Flower of Life right behind here. and trying to like learn and grow and those kinds of things. And we do have the Three of Pentacles. But I heard when I pulled this card, I could write you a novel. Like, I wish I could write you a novel, or I could write you a novel about how I really feel. I feel like this person's trying to gain insight to things. They're trying to look into things. They're trying to learn about things. They're trying to learn about how to create and grow and create something bigger and more meaningful in their life. I love that there's kind of, this Three of Pentacles is collaboration energy. It's growing together. It's building to the next step. But very similar in an imagery here with this tree, and this tree growing from this person. Almost looks like their heart chakra. But very similar to this person leaning back. I don't know if that means anything to anybody, that pose, but similar. But I feel like this person is trying to grow. They're trying to figure out, how do I put the pieces back together? So if you guys are in some sort of fight, it's like, how do I fix this? How do I build this back together? The Strength card can be about our ego, about our pride. It can be about finding courage. It is clarified by the moon. The moon is about stepping into the light to be seen, or our fear of being seen fully. Or at least that's some of the meanings, but the big meanings, the big ones. But it also can be about unseen problems. It can be about trusting your own intuition. So I feel like there's a shift going on with this person that's really trying to step in. They're trying to be more Zen-like. They're trying to be more trusting of their emotions. Like the moon, you know, is associated with water, which associates with our emotions. So I feel like this person is trying to trust like their own internal guidance system a little bit more. And being and following that, maybe leading with their heart chakra. Maybe this person's typically always led with their head, and maybe that got them into the separation to begin with. But there's this vibe about, you know, wanting to have the courage to change, wanting to have the courage to fully be seen in an emotional way. Because this person is like, I mean, this energy right here, I was going to go there first, but I decided not to. This person's in a lot of pain. Their heart is broken. They're feeling shattered, but they're also feeling a little defensive about this. So they could have their walls up. Very much this girl is standing in a glass. The Seven of Wands can be about challenges, overcoming those kinds of things, but it also can be a sense of defensiveness and trying to keep people away. So this image is very much that. So this person, if they are feeling heartbroken, if they are feeling tender heart is the way they're giving it to me. Tender heart. Isn't that like the lion, a lion character is tender heart for some cartoon? I don't know. Is it the Care Bears? Is there a Care Bear called Tenderheart? Obviously, you guys will probably tell me, for those that know, in the comments, and I won't remember what you are talking about, but still feel free to comment because other people will see it. I'm having the courage to be tenderhearted. I'm having the courage to let you see how bad I am hurt. But I do feel like this person is trying to shield that. They're trying to cover it up, how heartbroken they really are. We have the same little howling wolf here in the moon that's in this moon card, just switch the other way. So it's like their emotions are running really high. They are feeling really heartbroken, but they are feeling defensive. So there could be a vibe around like, I'm not ready to admit that my faults yet, you know? It's giving bitter. Party of one. No, but because if I really recognize that, you know, if I really put myself out there that I have all these flaws, then you will see me as flawed, and I want you to see me a different way. It's kind of how this is coming in. Okay. I want to see what they've realized. What has this person recently realized? What has this person recently realized? What epiphany moments have they had? What have they recently realized? Caught up in their emotions. Wow, that's come up several times. This person is recognizing a lot of emotions they have towards this connection, and really how much they're hurt, how much they're caught up in this. All right, they're on an emotional roller coaster for sure. No distance will keep us apart. So this person definitely realizes that, I mean, some of you may have a long distance relationship. That could be the kicker here, but this person recognizes that no distance will keep you guys apart, that, you know, it's okay. You guys can make things happen. You can make things work if there is a distance. But they also, I don't feel like they want to let this go. We have this soul bond is sacred. So this person's had a realization that this connection is, you know, on a deeper level. That could be this insight to change that they're getting as well. But there's a realization that this is a sacred connection to them. And then this person is going through a dark night of the soul. So they are having all those realizations around what they've done. Even though I'm going to be honest, I don't feel like a lot of them are ready to completely admit it. Maybe they're starting to admit it to themselves, and that's where this stuck in their head and running in cycles. I don't know what this is supposed to be. I think it's two people or something, but I keep being drawn into this that looks like the pi symbol. So I don't know if 314 means something to somebody. Maybe it's a birthday, March 14th, or 314, or just the pi symbol. Because I just keep looking over at it and I keep seeing the pi symbol and I haven't said anything. So if that means something to somebody, take it, please, so I can move on. Not that I try to ignore my messages. I was just trying to get to other things. So pi might be important, but that's the day my daughter was due. Or no, I was supposed to have her on. Yeah. Anyways, not the point. She was not born on that day, but 314, sorry. So pi day. Anyways, let's look into feelings. So let's see, since they're caught up in all these emotions, what are these emotions that they're caught up in? What are their current feelings? What is pile 2's current feelings? What is pile 2's current feelings, please? All right, we have an Ace of Swords and a Five of Swords. Okay, so this is an epiphany around a fight. Not sure how that's feelings, but I'm trying. Again, they might be a little blocked off. Even though they're caught up in their emotions, it's like someone that's trying to be logical about a situation that's not completely logical. So, but I do think that this person's had an epiphany around this Five of Swords energy. We have the Nine of Wands. So this is, they don't want to give up these feelings. But they're still defensive. Like, let it go. Drop your wall. Let us in. Come on, pile 2. How are they feeling? But this is, even though, you know, this is past the Seven of Wands, this is resilient. This is not giving up. This is willing to go through whatever. So not willing to give up on their emotions, though I'm having a hard time getting to their emotions and what this is. But can we get an Ace of Cups? No, I'm just kidding. Can we get any of the cups? How are they feeling? We got to work for this one. It fell on the floor. Let's see. We have the Tower. Okay. Nope. They're just caught up in their emotions. They're an emotional crap show at the moment. Maybe that's what this dark night of the soul is. So their emotions are just all over the place. Yeah. Okay. So that's about as much as we're going to get for that. So I'm going to look into what are this person's intentions. All right, let's see. This person's intentions. Two of Swords, the King of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, the Devil, and the Five of Pentacles. I feel like with this, their intentions are to make a choice and to communicate in a solid way, maybe even to address their demons. If they are left out in the cold, to try to bridge that gap, to try to close that cycle out. I don't think they want to abandon you. Hopefully that's not your intention from this person. Because the Five of Pentacles is like being left out in the cold, which we're reading about a no contact situation. So you guys are already separated. So I feel like they intend to fix that. They intend to, with the world being right underneath it, they intend to close out whatever cycle this is that you guys are currently in. But it's like about making a choice, but they are going to have to face their own demons, face their own issues. Maybe they think emotions are stupid. I don't know. But this person, yeah, it's all consuming for sure. Okay, so let's move on to our song cards and our message cards. So with the songs, if you know the song, cool. And if you don't, there'll be a message for you in the lyrics. If you want to pick one of the songs, all the songs, however you want to look at that. Let's get some songs for you. So we have Still Learning by Halsey. Still Learning to Love Myself. Woo! Okay. We have Keeper of the Stars, Tracy Bird. We have Anytime, Brian McKnight. We have Beggin' for Thread by Banks. I just listened to that song yesterday. We have Echo by Incubus. And we have Stay by Rihanna. So those are your song, guys. If you, again, if maybe one of these resonates for you, helps you know in the right spot. But if you want to just see whatever one you're drawn to and look at the lyrics or listen to the song, feel free. You can screenshot that if you'd like, and then we're going to do some message cards. All right, these are messages from like in separation or no contact editions, so they will be specific to that, but take them for how they fit for you. Pile 2, what does this person want to say? I'm afraid that it's too late to turn around and make it right. 333 might be important to somebody. I don't know if you guys can see that. All right. Okay, we have, I hope we can come back together and pick up where we left off. I look at your pictures for hours on end. You are still so beautiful to me. Each day I think about how it'd be like if we were together. One day I will be ready to surrender. I miss you more now that we are apart. I still feel your presence and energy around me. Judgment. I'm making the decision once and for all to turn this around. That could be this intention. Hurting you hurt me even more. I carry guilt for the way I mistreated you. Pile 2, what else do they want to say? I'll make it up to you if you let me. I promise I'm going to be better. I suck at goodbyes, but this is only goodbye for now. We need to talk about everything. I don't deserve you at all. I'm realizing your love was holding me together. My twin flame, my love. Some of you may be on that journey. I hope you don't find out that I've been watching your social media. I tried to replace you, then I realized you're irreplaceable, and now you're gone. So pile 2, those are the messages. Let's get a little bit of advice for you guys, and then we'll move on to extra confirmations that are just kind of fun. Let's see. So pile 2, advice. It says, you are not alone. Even though you feel lonely sometimes, you are not alone. Your beloved, the ancestors, guides, and beings of love and light are with you at all times. Love yourself. Put yourself first. Do you. Self-love is a game changer. It's important for your journey back home. So if you feel, exhausted by this or depleted, you're being called to really put yourself forward. Remember, you're not alone. Sometimes if you're on a spiritual journey, if we think about things in levels of vibration, our guides, our higher self, all that is vibrating at a very high frequency, right? And so sometimes we feel more connected than other times. So when we are feeling very low and have that low vibrational energy, Sometimes we feel like we're alone because we can't feel them. We don't feel like we're getting clear messages. We don't feel in touch with our intuition. And just remember, they're always around. They're just at a different frequency. So you can't feel them as much as maybe you could when you were in a like higher state of vibration. So you're not left alone. It's just you might not be able to pick up as much if you're at that lower vibration. So don't feel like you're alone, but just remember to put yourself first, to love yourself, and self-love is a game changer. It's an important journey, really loving ourselves. And I think a lot of us have been on that journey. A lot of us here, I mean, some people seem to love them so awesome. It took me a very, very long time. It wasn't until I was like almost 40 years old till I could actually say, I love myself without feeling stupid, without feeling like I was being conceited or anything like that. Like it always felt awkward for some reason. I knew I was a good person. I knew I had a good heart and I always meant well, but to be able to even look in the mirror and be like, I love you. I couldn't do that without feeling stupid. And that was a big game changer for me. You know, like I love who I am. Am I perfect? No. Do I try to be better every day? Yeah. Do I fall down? Yeah. But I still love myself regardless. And learning that, and sorry, I'm trying to make a point, is sometimes we end up in relationships or in connections with other people that are triggering that part of ourselves till we can finally say, you know what, them not picking me isn't about me because I am worthy. I am enough. And if you're not there yet, if you find yourself being like, why am I not good enough? Why is this person not seeing me? It starts with you, my friend, you know, start working on that. It doesn't mean that it'll fully change that person or whatever. I mean, this person feels like they are changing, but the point is like it starts with you, you know, and our external world is a reflection of our internal world. So, you know, start making those steps towards loving yourself more, for showing up for yourself. If you question, why don't people ever show up for me? Ask yourself, do I show up for myself? Do I do the things I say I'm going to do for myself? Or do I put myself in the back burner? And then I wonder why that's my external reflection. And I know that thought's triggering for some people. And if that's not what you believe, you don't have to. It's fine. But for those that do believe that kind of thing, maybe consider that. All right, one more. Bring yourself into balance. Bring the feminine and masculine energy into balance. It will make life easier for you. Remember, masculine energy is doing, feminine is receiving. So make sure you have that cycle. If you have a tendency to give, but when someone wants to help you or offer you a compliment or anything, but you don't take it in, you're blocking yourself. You're not being receptive. So it's that works for so many different facets. That's the first example I could give at the moment, but just bring yourself into balance. We all hold feminine and masculine energy, and bring yourself into that balance. You don't need to overdo. And if you have been on like autopilot going 100 miles a minute, maybe take the time to rest and nurture yourself. Find a peaceful moment for yourself. Okay, wow, I gave a lot of advice today. Hopefully it found the people it was meant for. And let's move on to our fun confirmations. So we're going to look into some zodiac signs, some attributes, and some letters, and possibly channel some names. So let's see what we have. So this could be yours or your person or something important to the connection. All right, confirmations for those that need it. Pile 2. All right, we have the South Node here. So there could be a past life connection with this person, or you feel that. We have Sagittarius energy with this 9th house. This is also about travel. So someone could travel for work. There could be distance. Someone could have gone to school to higher learning. It's about that higher energy. It's ruled by Jupiter. So it's expansion, expanding energy and prosperity. Something good luck vibe about this. And then we have Virgo energy, which is that perfectionism. It's 6th house energy, which can be acts of service, health, and health related things as well. But Virgo energy nonetheless. All right, let's get some attributes and some more zodiacs. I'm sure there's more in here. All right, ooh, what did we get? All right, we have near water, so someone could live near water. We have a reader, so someone could be a tarot reader, an avid reader, something like that. Someone could be good at reading people. We have anxious. We have active. We have jealous. So jealousy could be here. Now we have the little parrot. So there could be some repeating themes in this connection, or there could be some gossip affecting this connection. We have Libra. Yay, Libras. And we have Pisces. Sorry, I'm a Libra. I'm a Libra sun, Libra moon. So I love that. And then we have a Leo. All right. And let's get a couple more attributes and then we'll pull letters. Reader again. So someone definitely reads. Magnetic personality. Street smart, but a bit of a loner. All right, let's get some letters for you. Let's see if we get letters, some names. So if you see something and I don't say it, please just take it and know you're meant to see it. I know how hard that is when you're watching. You're like, it's clearly right there. Why doesn't she see it? But I just don't. And that's okay. All right, let's see. We have B, U, S, so bus, H, bush, J, K, just kidding, V, F, L, U, and D. So the only two vowels we had were U's. So let's see if I can move some around. We got Luke, JD. Those are my original initials in life. Duke, duck. I don't know. I feel like I'm just going to hold these up because I feel like whoever, like, there means a lot to different people. I am hearing Jake though. But please take those. Those are your confirmations, pile 2. Did I say the S? Yeah, we already had an S. Okay. But there are your confirmations. Thank you as always for being here. If you're interested in a more personal look into your situation, I am available. You can find my booking instructions in our booking link in the description box. As always, again, I appreciate you guys spending your time with me and I look forward to seeing you in a future reading. Bye guys. Hello, 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 my friends for pile 3. We are going over what is going on with your person, what is happening with them. We are reading, or I am reading from a minimal or no contact perspective. However, you can watch this for anyone really, if you're looking to get some more insight to what's going on with them. So, you picked this lovely rainbow fluorite and the Empress card from the Orion's Animal Tarot. I'm going to put these to the side for the moment. I am going to start with a quick energy check-in. If that's not your thing, feel free to scroll through till you see me start pulling the tarot. But for those that enjoy the energy check-in, let's start there. So energy check-in pile 3. So the point of the energy check-ins is to help you know they're in the right spot. So something, if not all of this, should ring true for you. You can also ask your guides, angels, higher self, the universe, God, however you want to phrase that, for a sign or synchronicity within the reading as well, or even in these cards. All right, let's see. Energy check-in pile 3. Energy check-in pile 3. And energy check-in pile 3. All right, let's see what we got. So we have intuition. The red flags you ignore will come back to bite you later. So that could be really specific if something you ignored that you thought you had a hunch on came back to bite you in the booty. This also could just highlight your intuition or feeling intuitively connected in this. Or there could be something about red flags. We have balance. Maintain balance in all areas of your life. Very much giving the Justice card or Libra, the Libra scales. There could be some Libra connection here as well. We have second chance. This relationship deserves a second chance. All right. We have closed off. Anxiety, refuse to give in, silence within. So, I mean, this popping up in a no contact reading is pretty fitting. All right, we have cross. So this is about some like martyr energy, or, you know, having a cross to bear. Maybe are you carrying stuff that isn't yours? So there could be some relevance along those lines within this connection. Does someone carry on more than they need to? Those kinds of things. There could just be a religious aspect in this connection too. We could just read this very literal, but the meaning of this card is a lot about having like your cross to bear, per se. And so, or someone being a martyr, or something along those lines. We also have the numbers 36 and 6 here. And then we have ginkgo, so ancient knowledge and longevity. So we had intuition, we have ancient knowledge and longevity. This could be a connection that's been going on for quite some time. Ginkgo isn't that really, I believe that's good for your brain health. So there could be a connection with that, and it does say ancient knowledge. So there could be also someone, I feel like, with ginkgo popping up. I feel like, I don't know if someone's an herbalist or works something with like natural cures along the lines, like with plant-based stuff. So that could be important for someone as well. So if any of that rang true for you, let's jump right into the tarot. So we have the Empress card, which is associated with the planet Venus. It is Venus rules Libra, which already came up, and Taurus. So there could be a connection there. Very beautiful energy, abundant energy, creative energy as well. But I'm going to put her back into the deck. She's the queen of all the queens in tarot. And again, you guys picked the rainbow fluorite. So let's see what's going on with your person. Let's see if we can get insight to what's going on with them. What is going on with pile 3's person? What's going on with pile 3's person? Gosh, I'm being noisy, sorry. Okay. Pile 3. What's going on with their person? We have a 2 of Cups. Beautiful little penguins. We have the Empress. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the Star, so Aquarius energy showing up. I already talked about Taurus and Libra. Clarify this 2 of Cups, what's going on with their person. We have the 9 of Pentacles. We have the 7 of Wands. We have the King of Pentacles. We have the Hanged One. The overall energy is the 6 of Cups. So in my love readings, this is a soul level connection card. But this can be about things from the past, things from your childhood. Also gives like soul family for me as well. So what is going on with your person, pile 3? I feel like this person is at, I don't want to say they're sitting at a crossroads. They honestly feel like almost like at a contradiction with themselves. Is kind of how the cards and the energy is reading. There's this vibe of like, do I want to be in a partnership or do I want to be solo? The 9 of Pentacles is very abundant energy, but it can be self-reliant, independent. So this is very much partnership. So we kind of have 2 contrasting energies here of, do I want to be paired up? Do I want to be alone? So I feel like your person's kind of in this vibe of trying to figure out where they sit, where they want to be, things like that. We have the Empress energy clarified by the 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands can be a bit defensive, standoffish, keeping someone at arm's length. And the Empress is all the beautiful things, right? It's creation, it's building, it's just beautiful. I love the Empress energy. So this person could be at this time a little standoffish from, like, I keep being drawn to the fact that this is associated with Venus, and that's love and pleasure, right? The planet Venus is how we love, who we love, what we love. And I feel like this person, there is this like, do I want it all? Do I want nothing? Do I want it all? Do I want nothing? So that's really where this like tiptoeing the edge of this vibe goes. So this person, then we have a king or a knight of wands, can be the player of the knights, but doesn't have to be, but it's someone that's driven by their passions. But then we have the king of pentacles, which is someone very logical, solid, true. So it feels like impulsive, rock solid. Then we have, but yet I have all this hope, I have all this healing. I really love this star card. I think this deck is stunning. I get very distracted. I love it so much. I say that about a lot of my decks, but this is one of them. Such beautiful imagery. But it's clarified by our Hanged Man. So it's like, I want all this. I'm hopeful. I believe in love. I want to believe in love. I want to do all this stuff, but yet, hold on. Let me look at this from a different angle. Let me see. Pause the phone. So if I had to go what your person is dealing with, I think they're stuck between the contrast of this. Stuck between going after what they want, being stuck like taking action or digging their heels in. It's like going along, going the flow, sure, like saying being like the yes man or yes person. I hope you guys get my point, like following the impulses versus being a bit stubborn. We do have a bull on this card, and digging their heels in, like, no, I am going to be logical. I am not going to get caught up in all this messy emotions kind of vibe. So it's very like heart versus head kind of going on with your person. That's really where they're sitting at. I don't think that's a surprise to a lot of you though. I feel like you guys are like, well, I know that. Well, I'll just tell you, they're still there. That's where they're at. That's what's going on with them. They're still in this internal struggle around this or that when it feels like they should be compromising and realizing that they can have it all. And maybe that's where the Six of Cups is coming in a little bit. Like, can I put my wall down? Can I allow people in? Can I allow this goodness and just sit there in the beauty? That is love. That is emotions. That is all the things, you know, and sink deep in this. Now we have the Ten of Pentacles. So after the Nine of Pentacles, very abundant but self-reliant, comes a card that is about longevity. It's about long-term relationships. It can be about long-term investments, but investing in something and creating a beautiful life. And that's right here. But then right under that, we have two blue jays fighting. If you've ever seen blue jays, I used to have a family of blue jays at my old house, and they used to fight with each other all the time. Like, stop being so mean. Anyways, but fighting about their future. That's what this person is like to me. The Two of Pentacles, or sorry, did I say Two of Pentacles earlier? I apologize. It's the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is about planning for your future, planning for your next steps, figuring that all out. But I feel like this person's like at an internal fight with themselves. And that's just kind of where this person is sitting. So that is very much what's coming up here. If for some reason you see something else that means something to you and you're a reader, please just take that. It was for you to know. This is the message that I'm getting. I am going to, I feel like this is very just that. So I'm going to go ahead and move into the next little section of which is what their feelings are towards you. So let's look into that. Yeah. What pile are we on? 3. Pile three's person's feelings towards the viewer. What are their feelings towards the viewer? What are their feelings towards the viewer currently? The Knight of Pentacles. Read stubborn here, but this is also someone that is tried and true and honest. So let's see, solid. Feelings. King of Swords. The Moon. The Four of Wands. Overall energy. Ace of Wands. They're definitely attracted to you. There is a draw. That's like, do I follow my passions? We do have a Page of Cups right here. And the Three of Cups, which is reconciliation, coming back together, celebrating friendship, those kinds of things. There's another Empress. So, here's my cup of love for you. Has a fish in it. Sorry. I'm in a silly mood today, guys. So their feelings, I still think they try to be logical about their feelings when feelings aren't logical, right? But the moon is the feelings. The moon is our connection to our intuition. The moon is connected to our emotional body. This is Pisces energy. I also like to give a nod to Cancer when the moon card pops up, because it the sign of Cancer is ruled by the moon. And then we have a Four of Wands, which can be about marriage. It can be about celebration. It can be about, or at least a wedding, at least. But coming together, it's a foundational number. So the moon being here, and the way the rest of this is reading, when it comes to their feelings for you, I still think they keep them a bit hidden. So it's like this person might give you gifts. They might be more comfortable like gift giving to show you that they love you, or how they feel about you. They might verbally tell you, but you have a hard time feeling it from this person. But it's because it's like they keep their emotions like such in the dark. Very drawn into the fact that, so this is about stepping to the light. It's about hidden things. It's about being afraid to be fully seen, or wanting to step in to be fully seen. It can be about cycles as well. But a lot of times in the cards, we'll see like the moon kind of shining down in the center of it. It's not. So it does feel like this person is keeping their feelings a bit hidden, but it doesn't mean that they're not there. I'm gonna look at this card. And I can't remember, it's been a long time since I watched Alice in Wonderland. I can't remember if he had a dictionary in it. Maybe he did, but I feel very drawn to the fact there's a dictionary. So maybe grammar or dictionary or something like that is important to somebody. A lot of words. I mean, I know it's the King of Swords, so he's expressive and all the things, like saying all the words, but yeah, he looks very tight-lipped. So I feel like the person, they're more comfortable, you know, expressing themselves in physical ways, versus, even though the king is here, it's just, it comes across, well, I wouldn't hang out with you if I didn't like you, or I wouldn't, like someone being logical, well, I got you this, of course I have feelings for you. And you're like, but I just want to feel them. That's kind of how this person is sitting. Oh, I know what I forgot to look. I forgot to look at recent realizations. So I have my handy dandy chart on the side over here, and I still forgot. So I want to look at that. What does this person realize? Since they don't really want to let us in, even in this reading, even though this is all here too. Let's see, have they had any recent realizations, or what have these recent realizations been about? Deep spiritual awakening underway. So it's in process. So I wouldn't be surprised if this person does have this shift, does have this change, that you start seeing, or they start getting more comfortable with expressing and showing more of that side. We have every love song sounds like us. So they've had a realization that you seem to find them in music. And then mastering a karmic lesson. So they've had realizations that they got to change some stuff. They really got to work through these lessons, or karma's going to keep rearing its ugly head. Maybe for some of them, some karmic stuff has played out. What goes around comes around kind of vibe. So that is here as well. And then we have reciprocity. Adjustments are being made. So I think this person realizes that they have to change a little bit. I don't think they're fully there yet, or I don't know if they'll change fully the way that you want them to. So it might be like it's a feeling of you might have to settle for, they might not tell me their emotions, but they're going to show me their emotions. And if you can learn to decipher that, you guys will have an easier relationship. So, all right, but I do want to look at their intentions. So let's see, what did they intend? What are their intentions towards this connection? What are their intentions towards this connection? Where's pile three's intentions toward this connection? We have the Empress. That is, you know, again, that creation energy, that loving energy. We have the Seven of Cups. We have the World. And we have the Five of Cups. Overall energy, Seven of Swords, Mother. Okay. I don't love our overall energy, guys. This is still sneaky, strategic, hiding, concealing. I was hoping some things were shifting, but at this time, we're just looking at a snapshot of current energies. So at this time, I feel like this person, they do intend to be a little more loving here with the Empress energy, but Seven of Cups, they might try to be showing different ways, coming up with different options to kind of work through this. The World here kind of feels like this, again, this karmic lesson is closing something out. They could be trying to fix some of their past issues, either with you or with somebody else or within themselves. If they have some childhood wounds, or it could be like a reaching to fix the past. So Five of Cups is a very regretful energy, but it's focusing on the past, not realizing there's Two of Cups right there, right? So, but I feel like this person, if there's in their intentions, they are intending on actually approaching that or addressing stuff from the past that they may have caused. Though, but they're still feeling either a little in denial or being a little sneaky about this, not as expressionate. But right under that is the card of communication and rapid change, which is the Eight of Wands. So I don't foresee this happening too long, but right now, I feel like they still plan to keep this under wraps. So if you're not talking to this person, I don't necessarily feel like they are going to reach out right this second. But it may come when they're done with whatever it is that they're working through. So that's that. All right, let's get some song cards and message cards. So with the song cards, if you know the song, awesome. If you don't and you feel so compelled, feel free to look up the lyrics. That's what the message will be. You can listen to the songs, of course. You can learn some new music, check things out. All right, we did have Every Love Song Sounds Like Us, so I think that you could have some interesting songs here. Okay, we have You're Somebody Else, Flora Cash. Wonderwall, Oasis. Life After You, Daughtry. Best of You, Foo Fighters. One Good Woman, Peter Cetera. Be Like Yacht Rock. That song makes me giggle. It sounds so cheesy, but it's really sweet. And my boyfriend sent me that once, and I was like, what is this cheesy song? But I do love it. All right, and Golden Hour by, I think that's pronounced Jake, but I could be wrong, so JVKE. Those are your songs. If you want to take a screenshot, pick one, look it up. If you like cheesy songs, this is your song. Sorry, I love that song. All right, in the cheesiest way possible. All right, we're going to pull a little bit of advice for you, pile 3. I told you I'm a silly mate. Okay. Pile 3 is advice, and then we're going to do some extra confirmations where we look into some more zodiac signs, some letters, channel some names, some attributes, things like that. So, but let's get you an advice or 2 card. So what is the advice for pile 3 at this time? Be happy. Happiness is on the other side of fear. You are allowed to be happy, make yourself happy, have fun, and enjoy life. This has been bringing you down. Shift and don't allow it to, choose differently. Choose to be happy. Sometimes it is very much a choice. Number 33 might be important as well. Then we have stop questioning everything. So if you're stuck in your head about this, you gotta stop. Give yourself a break. It says, believe that everything is happening in your highest good. Surrender to the process, let go, and just trust. So if it's consuming your mind and there's really nothing you can do about it, give it over to God. It feels very let go, let God, be like, okay, I don't know what to do right now. This is consuming me. It's making me not feel good, or I don't want to deal with this. I'm giving it over to you guys. Again, your guides, the universe, God, your higher self, however, the abyss, I don't know. Give the worry over to something else and just trust. Be like, all I can do is do what lights me up, what makes me happy in this moment. And I'm going to follow that path until, there's really not much else you can do, especially the way the energy this person's in. You got to let them work on their stuff. So if you're waiting for that to happen and you're feeling miserable about that, just choose a different path for right now. Allow them to catch up with you. Follow your own light. Allow them to catch up with you. You won't regret that. You know, you can hold space for them in your heart. I'm not telling you to give up on this connection altogether or anything like that. Only you know what's right for you. But if it's bringing you down, choose the things that make you happy. And sometimes it's a hard actual choice, and you might have to force yourself in the beginning, but it gets easier. All right, let's get some confirmations. Pile 3. So let's see, confirmations. So this could be you or them. Confirmations. All right, pile 3. So we have the moon. So I'm going to say Pisces, Cancer, which I think has already popped up here. We have Pisces, and we have the 12th house. So Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. I think this happened in, was it pile 3 last time? Another reading, someone in my comment was like, no, Pisces. Sad face, sad face, sad face. Sorry. So a lot of Pisces energy. That also can be about endings and closure as well. Emotional energy here. Also could be dreams. There could be a dream connection. All right, let's get some attributes and some more zodiac signs. Hopefully no more Pisces. All right, we have infinity. So the infinity symbol, so something going around and around. We have white rabbit. I love that. So going down the rabbit hole a bit, something about this. We have Aquarius. We have Leo. We have a little skeleton. So there could have been a recent secret that you found out, or someone could have skeletons in your closet. You know, they're keeping secrets. We have Libra energy. We have the Eiffel Tower. So there could be something connected to France or Paris. We have the USA. We have magnetic, and we have Virgo. All right. Let's get some attribute cards, and then we'll pull some letters. So for those that need extra confirmation that this is indeed their person, we have hard life, athletic fit, someone's athletic or very fit, from the past, and hard worker. So hard life, hard worker, athletic or fit, and from past. All right, let's get some initials. So pile 2, or pile 3, confirmations. Okay, wow, okay. We have AAA, so triple A. Someone could be an AA. K, N, K, P, G, E, G. So we have lots of double and triple letters. Someone could be like the second or the third in their family line. Peggy, Peg. I'm hearing Angie or Angela, Agnes, Kane, Con, Pan, Peter, Gag Me with a Spoon. I can't remember what movie that's from. Don't know. Pen, Ken, Kenneth, Pagan. Maybe someone's a pagan. Little earth energy. Kerrigan, Keegan, Nag, Cage, Gauge, Engage, Anna, Ann, Anna. I'm sure there's some other names that I don't fully, I think that might be in a different language that are popping. Pana, Pangea. So I'm just going to leave that, but I'm going to let you, if you see a name, even if I didn't say it or anything similar, please take that. Or your initials, location, anything. If you see it, you're meant to see it. So don't worry about if I said it or not. But those are your confirmations, pile 3. If you're interested in a personal reading, a personal look, more than just a general reading, I do have my booking link in the description box. As always, I appreciate you guys spending your time with me. Thank you for loaning me your energy. Thank you for putting up with my silly humor in this party, or in this pile. This party. Oh my gosh. All right, I need to stop talking. I need to take a break. Anyways, thank you guys so much for spending your time with me, and I look forward to seeing you in a future reading. Bye guys.